Hi, folks. This is Senator Jeff Smith checking in for the Chippewa Valley. When I'm out at my roadside stop and talks, one of the most common questions I hear is, why can't you all get along and get things done? My pat answer is simple, and it's the honest truth. As Democrats in the minority, we don't control what comes up for debate or a vote. Not in committee, not on the Senate or Assembly floor. We can't even schedule a public hearing. Every step of the legislative process is controlled by the majority party. Majority rules, and it's always been that way. However, it doesn't have to be so undemocratic as it is now. In Wisconsin, Republicans have held a majority for 30 of the last 32 years. It's been more than a decade since Democrats were in charge of either chamber. That means the only bills you typically hear about are the ones Republican leadership has already decided should move forward. Here's how the process is supposed to work. Before a bill can ever be voted on by the full legislature, it must first get a public hearing and a vote in committee. But the reality is the only bills getting public hearings are Republican bills. And we don't even meet in person in the Senate to vote on bills in committee. We don't debate the bills. We can't discuss amendments to the bills. It is either their way or no way. In the end, ballots are just sent around to our offices for a vote in the privacy of our offices. No debate, no amendments, nothing. And you wonder why we can't get along? Well, the Republican majority leader won't even allow bills to the floor unless 17 of their members agree to vote it into law. They don't even want votes from Democrats. So why should this matter to you? Let's look at the numbers. So far this year alone, Democrats introduced 408 bills. Only 9 were granted a public hearing in committee. Just 3 of those were given a vote in committee. Of those 3, not a single one has been brought to the floor for a vote. Not one Democratic bill. Zero, zilch. That is why it feels like nothing gets done. With the new year upon us, now is a good time to reflect on what values we do want in our state government. Thanks for listening, and I hope you all have a wonderful new year.